lived in a small town my entire life, a small town of Cobourg. There's 18,000 people there, and I'm pretty sure not many people know where it is. I'm also from a smaller town inside of Cobourg called Precious Corners, so it gets even smaller. And there is probably only 250 people there. My point is, I want to go above and beyond that. I want to get out of the town. I want to see what else is out there. I'm 23 years old, and I would love to view the world. I'd love to see what else the world can offer, and I think I can offer the world a lot too. I'm going to be a future teacher one day, and I'm so excited to be able to help children all around the world with this job. That's why I decided to do my Genius Hour project on how to travel on a student budget. Going to school for 5 years is not an easy task, especially university. There's so much homework, so many classes, plus your social life, and you have a million other things on your plate all the time. But with that being said, when you have that one goal, that one drive to be a future teacher and an educator, to be able to change people's lives, that is my drive to keep going. So I'm here to tell you today about how you can travel on a student budget. So what I'm going to share with you is some of my combined knowledge and information that I have learned, and as well as just giving you some great advice on how to travel on a student budget. So when thinking about traveling and saving up for a trip, the main thing you need to do is budget. You need to consider what you want and what you need. Those are two very important things. So I'm going to share with you 5 tips that I came across during this study. Number 1, you should make a plan. This includes where you want to go, how long you want to go for, and where you want to go. So these will also be considered the goals for yourself that you want to accomplish during your trip, as well as your budgeting too. Number 2, save. So this one is your savings. This is where you need to trick yourself into saving more. So instead of going out or eating out all the time, you can cook meals at home, save money that way. There's just simple things that you can change during your daily lives that will help you be able to achieve this. One way is to set up an account for traveling. So every month, or every few weeks even, you can take a few dollars out of your paycheck, or even just a few dollars that you're making, and put it away in an account. And this way, over time, it'll build up, and maybe by the end of the year, you'll have enough saved to go on a trip. So even a few dollars every week you put in, it adds up quick. Number 3, save your singles. So you spend you give a $20 bill and you get, say, $4 back in change. Instead of using that $4 or just using it on something else that's only $4, it's not a big deal to spend, you can save that money up. You can just put it away, or even save those $5 bills. Don't need to spend them. And if you have cash that's burning holes in your pocket, put that away, because that'll help you so you don't spend as much. I know for me, when I have cash, I spend it a lot quicker than if I just have my debit or my Visa. It's just something that goes in your mind. It's almost like you're playing a mind trick with yourself. Next, number 4, save your found money. So saving found money would be pretty much if you ever find any money or you're given any money, save that. Save that as much as you can, because it's very important that you do this. And number 5, play this or that. So that goes back to the need or want. So every time you go shopping, do you really need this, or is it just something you want? Maybe you go shopping and you're grocery shopping on an empty stomach. Oh my goodness, I want to buy the entire store if I could, but I know that I only need like eggs, milk, maybe just the essentials. So you need to play this or that. Or do you need both? No, probably not. Pick one or the other. Maybe that TV that you really want is $1,000. That could buy you a flight somewhere. Maybe that concert you've always wanted to go is $200. That'll buy you a flight somewhere. Little things like that add up. Oh, and that new Kate Spade purse you've had your eye on forever, that's $200. That could buy you a few nights, even a hotel. To your choice. If you want to go somewhere, make it happen. Did you know that as a student, your student ID can get you discounts all over the world? There's so many museums you can go to for absolutely free, just because you're a student. You can get cheap bus passes, you can get cheap discounts on things, even like 10-20% off. That adds up to being actually a lot. You save a few dollars, but here and there, that'll add up over time, and you'll be able to take different vacations you've always wanted to. And it does pay off to be a student, and especially traveling on a student budget could be one of the best times, especially as a student, to travel. So here's some ideas to do. There's this one website I saw, it's called Girl vs. Globe. Oh my goodness, she is like my idol. I love everything she talks about. She gives the best tips. This girl has been traveling all over, and she's a student just like you and I. She has been to over 20 different countries, and it's amazing that she was able to do that between her 4 years of university degree. So she found that you can also get student discount cards. These are things that are about 20 bucks, and they can get you discounts on hotels, on flights, on food, clothing, hundreds of different things. It's amazing what you can find. You can actually just buy these right online. You just literally go online with your Visa card and you can get them right through there. Also, as a student, you can attend museums, like I was saying, but also many different landmarks. You can learn also by educating yourself and going to different places that you can learn about their history and different things about their traditions that they have there with their countries. Can you imagine checking out the most famous museums all over the world for free? This stuff in there is amazing to see. Things that people could pay so much money for, and you can see them for free. How cool is that? Anything with free, I mean, you got me. Now, that's something you need to mark down on your bucket list, too. Another thing she suggested was to skimp out on nights out. So, say you want to go out for some drinks with some friends, or just to go out for dinner. Maybe do a night in with drinks. You can buy a cheap $10 bottle of wine instead of buying $200 worth of drinks at a bar. Or you can spend $10 or do something even quicker and do like a nice fun fondue night in, or a nice fun night where friends bring over a variety of different foods and you can just share and have a fun night cooking dinner in. Things like that will add up where you can save your money over time. Project, I've learned so many great tips and so many interesting things. For the end of my Genius Hour project, I decided I was going to pick a vacation to go to and figure out every detail and every cost I needed to make that trip happen. So my dream vacation is Ireland. I've always wanted to go to Ireland. I think it looks the most beautiful place. The countryside looks gorgeous. It just has a soft spot in my heart because I am a country girl. The reasons I do want to travel to Ireland is the countryside and the beautiful, breathtaking landscapes. I hope to do a lot of hiking and biking, as I am a very active person. I also want to do the car trips around a variety of places. So, on my Ireland bucket list, the places I would have on there are visiting the graves of Ireland. Spooky, but apparently they're amazing. Drinking Guinness beer, where it was first created. Have a drink at Sean's, the oldest bar in the world. Very cool. Hike the cliffs at Moher, which is a must-do. Visit St. George's famous market. Apparently it's breathtaking. Visit all the castles, which, as a student, you can go for free. Very cool. I also want to tour the Botanical Gardens, which is free to visit, as well as the parks. Spend a night at the Killarney Park, which would be incredible views. I want to hike to the most northern part of Ireland, which is also called Malin, and kiss the Blarney Stone. I want to see the sea cliffs, the Dalsman and the ruins, as well as the dark hedges. This is absolutely my bucket list. And the best part about most of the excursions I just mentioned, our majority are free. The fuel costs me some money if I decide to buy groceries, say, at the market, and spend a night at the park, but not very expensive if I have my own gear. So as far as transportation goes, I know it can be very expensive, especially flying places. It costs quite a lot of money, but there are many places that you can travel to without flying, and that can be very cheap because you're a student. So once you get to your destination, if you drive there, if you're flying, whatever you decide to do, there's many things you can also do that might be a free way of travel, including hiking, walking, and by foot. And I know sometimes this can be absolutely exhausting, but honestly, if you want to spend $100 on a cab ride, be my guest. I'd rather walk. So I'm here to tell you that you can find places and parts of transportation that are very low cost. So like I said, walking or hiking, absolutely. There's also cheaper ways, like you can go and rent a bike for a day, or you can also do city buses. So I know in places like Paris, France, you can get little cards that you can load money onto, and as a student you get discounts on that as well. And you can buy like just cheap bus fares for say $2 a ride, which will get you very far. As well as you can take trains between different countries, which can also be very cheap as well, with your student discount, as well as traveling that instead of a plane would be a lot cheaper. Try to avoid, in my personal opinion, taking a cab. Try not to take a cab. They are so expensive, plus tipping. It's just a lot of extra money that you could be spending on even extra stuff for yourself. A few other little tips are pack light. As light as you can will make all your traveling so much easier. If you pack light, you can carry stuff easier to places. It's not as heavy and you're not dying when you get there. It's something that'll always fit in those little tiny cars and you won't ever go over on your baggage bill, especially if you're bringing back any souvenirs and you're already very close to the limit on the 50-pound limit that usually you have to go to the country. You'll be better off. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have learned a lot from my video, and I hope everyone here will think about traveling on a student budget, as it is a doable thing, and it would be amazing to see what else is out there. Thank you.